My outfit.
You know she already got some pressure on.
My belly a little swollen.
Nobody worry about no belly swelling.
She was saying that. I wouldn't agree with her.
Love that outfit. Thank you. I need to make a price list for what? For the cuddles? Who won't? Message me. Look, message May Edwards on my mama. Let's go. Oh, y'all crazy. You want me to smother you too? No problem. Come on. Got you. There's some people that really like big people to do that stuff to them. It is. It is. That's funny. I only did it to one other person, so. Where is Sweet KK? Oh, being sweet over there.
Yeah, I got a lot of love for KK.
Yeah, you love her.
That's what's up.
Until she gets on camera, then y'all go hate her. As soon as she get on camera,
I'm up one.
You can teach me mistress behavior. Y'all some freaks, and y'all talking about me though. Look at y'all come through. That's It's not. Why I have a husband? Because I'm gay? That why you say that?
That's why you said it?
Because I love it him. Y'all want me to divorce him?
Too bad, you're not gonna get that. Promise you that. Give up what you talking about.
He loves my gay ass.
Like, why I blow the smoke out for you? She said, he loves my gay. I said, blow that shit out, baby.
Why they all hit on someone's man, I think it's sad. It's all right, they can hit on him.
The first time she ever talked about a nigga and said what she said about me, and it was bullshit to the whole 100%. Like every part of it was bullshit. I was blown away. Like I can't fuck with you after that, and that was like 5 years ago. Keep it real with y'all. That was like 5 years ago. I couldn't fuck with her after that.
The thing is saying I wasn't involved in every relation or sexual relationship they had with everybody. It's the same difference. I didn't have sex with everybody they had sex with. I didn't. And that's what she's saying, and that's what I said.
Okay. So there was another question that came up. It basically was in reference to here lately, although I did hear you say that you and Whitney, you guys both agree that your relationship is toxic and that you guys enjoy it. I'm guessing is what I was hearing earlier. It's you guys' own type of toxic. Mm-hmm. But we have been noticing a lot more, domestics, a more angrier side of you on social media. And I guess people, were just wondering and curious, is this the person that you are in general behind closed doors, or is this just, the facade that we're seeing now?
If I'm in an argument with anybody, I'm aggressive. That's the same as anybody that's in an argument with somebody or trying to get their point across. As far as, am I sweet? I'm sweet as hell until you push me to a point to not be sweet. That's anybody.
Okay, so another question that I have. Last night during the live, people were saying in the comments that Ivan had went live, and they did go over and tell Ivan about the conversation that was being had with Chosen. And apparently Ivan had made a comment, an allegation that you guys have been involved in each other's life for 17 years. That your relationship, your marriage lasted 10 years, but the overall relationship was 17 years. Do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, we were together almost 13 years. This year would have made it 13 years. Because his birthday is in September, so it would have been 13 years if we would have stayed together until his birthday. So it's like 12 and like 3/4 or whatever right now. Well, it would have been if we weren't together. And if we were still together. And we were married 2 years after we got together. So it's 12 and 10 years marriage. So 12.
So where is he getting these extra years from? Because,
I don't know.
you know, with him saying it that way, you know, allegedly that definitely puts him in the place of a child.
That would put him as a
Like,
13-year-old, and I didn't even know him at 13 years old at all whatsoever. So I don't really care. You know, like it's crazy to me for him to go on live and tell everybody for years that we were together since he was 18. Now all of a sudden we've been together for 17 years. Like, okay.
so with that being said, from what I just gathered from you, you did admit a couple nights ago that you initially met Ivan when he was 14, correct?
Yeah, I was introduced to him at 14. Actually introduced. Like, hey, how you doing? Yeah.
Okay, so what role or involvement did you have in his life then?
I don't know.
So you didn't play any role in Ivan's life at the age of 14?
Not at 14, no.
Okay.
No.
Do you have anything to say about the fact that they both agreed that the things that Chosen was saying about how the environment is made, the fact that were never allowed to choose or bring in girlfriends, that you were aware that they were no longer happy with the situation and the danger that you were putting all of you guys in public? What do you feel about that?
Wait a minute. You got 3 different questions in one. What's the first one?
So the question that I really want to be answered right now is, Chosen had stated last night that you guys really never go anywhere. And if you did, it was a situation where everybody kind of had to be on stand guard because you have put yourself in so many situations on social media. People call you pedophile, all kinds of stuff in public. And it's not really a safe situation for you when you go out. And Chosen stated that made her uncomfortable. Is this accurate?
No, Chosen was too busy getting high. I went everywhere. I've been all over Houston. Chosen wouldn't know what the fuck me and Mr. Edwards did because she was busy being high in her room. That's the truth. Okay. She didn't want to go anywhere. Chosen didn't. Let's just be honest. Since we want to do interviews and we want to talk, we can really get to talking, like for real. Chosen didn't want to go anywhere, honey. She never was not busy with that can to where she wouldn't leave to go somewhere. There was.
Oh, I actually do have a question in reference to that too.
I went all over the place.
Okay. So my next question, since you did bring that up about the can huffing thing, so were you ever at some point in time supplying Chosen with these cans or drugs even after she said she wanted to quit and she wanted to find her way to sobriety?
Chosen never said she wanted to quit, never wanted to find her way to sobriety. I tried to get her to go to rehab. She called Jasmine. Jasmine told her she didn't need rehab. So then the script on me when we were calling rehabs, trying to get her in rehabs. And she didn't feel like she needed rehab anymore because Jasmine told her she wasn't an addict, which was crazy as hell. So, no, that's absolutely incorrect. Absolutely incorrect.
Okay, so Chosen had also made a statement last night, basically saying,
to the house.
You said, huh?
Chosen would have the cans, the cans that she huffed, Instacarted to this house. Not this house, but the other house.
Oh, okay. The next thing that I wanted to say is that you had stated that there are multiple women that you have had encounters with that you claim now that you didn't really have any feelings attached. Do you easily withdraw? Like, how does that work for you? Because I have seen you in relationships that have lasted for years.
Say it again.
And you just let them go.
Say it again.
I said, I've noticed that you've had relationships that have lasted for years, And when it comes to letting it go, you withdraw very quickly. There's no actual
Absolutely.
healing process for you, or you don't go through it like anyone else does. Like typically people mourn, they go through things, and it seems as if you don't do that.
Well, that's maybe because the last two long term, you've only seen me in two. You can only count Chosen and Ivan. You can't count nobody else because y'all ain't seen me with nobody else. So you can only base that off of Ivan and Chosen, which there was problems in each one of those relationships. So therefore, detaching had already began a long time ago. So
Okay.
when enough is enough, enough is. I mean, Chosen was a horrible relationship. Period. It was the worst relationship I've ever been in my life, honestly. And of course, I'm a liar, but honestly, Chosen was the worst relationship I've ever been in my life. I just didn't have the heart to put her in the streets. I'm not that person that everybody want to claim me to be. I'm not. So I actually didn't want to put her out. So I stayed and let her just, keep staying because I didn't want to be the one to put her in the street because she had nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? And with Ivan, I was married to him, so I was going to stay until he left, period. And that's just what that is.
So you were willing to stay, even if that meant continuing to be unhappy, because you did just share with everyone
I
here
did that
recently
already. I
that
did
you
that
weren't
already.
happy in
Obviously.
your marriage.
Yeah, absolutely. Because me not being happy doesn't mean that things couldn't have changed. If he was willing to, he could have changed everything, but he didn't. I could have changed things too, but we didn't. So now we're here and it's over with. And it's over. So yes, I'm able to withdraw and detach because life and death is in the blink of an eye. And I'm not gonna spend years over shoulda, coulda, wouldas when life has to carry on because I don't know how many more years I have ahead of me at all. I treat it just like a death. A death comes, it's over. You lose those people. You can't get them back. There's nothing you can do about it, so you move on. You still keep living. You gotta live. You got to live. I'm not going to sit here and, oh, I wish I would have, should have, could have, would have. No, especially when you was already told that if you left me again, it was a wrap. So you left, it's a wrap. That's it. That's all.
Okay. Well, May, I feel like you've pretty much answered all the questions that I had. There is one thing that I want to say to you, and I'm going to say it in the most respectful way ever because I feel like you're already catching it from all angles on social media. And I did agree to be respectful. So, what I wanted to say to you, and you don't have to respond, you don't, but at the end of the day, I feel like somewhere along the lines you've lacked real intimacy, real love. Whether it been from childhood, you know, learning what it's like to love another person, teenage experiences, whatever the case, you definitely have lacked a lot of love, which then leads to lacking that self-respect and that knowledge for the person that you are. Um, this is not me saying anything bad about you as a person. This is me trying to be genuine. Like, I feel like some things in your life that may have happened that other people may have dealt with differently, you've chosen to deal with them one way. Um, the way you show and present pain is not the way of the average bear. You actually choose to refrain from showing feeling at all. Um, I hope that one day for you, you do have that time to self-reflect, because although you say, and everyone right now involved in this relationship is saying their own side of the story and how things happen, at the end of the day, every one of you played a part in this. All of you take ownership for your part and why these relationships didn't last. As much as I don't agree with a lot of the things that I've been seeing you do on social media. I don't agree with things that are being said and just now coming to the light either. But at the end of the day, I do agree that mental health is very important. And you are not at a place where you are mentally stable. And I don't say it to be cruel and I don't say it to be mean. I say it because I've been at rock bottom with my mental health. I know what it feels like. And just because you're not a person that drops to your knees and almost questions your life doesn't mean that your mental health is not at jeopardy. You deal with a lot of things by disconnecting, but it's a very unhealthy disconnection.
For you.
Which then leads to you creating other relationships that are unhealthy.
For you.
I mean, you have admitted.
You're not a doctor or any type of sort.
And I'm not trying to be, but you have admitted yourself that your mental health is not right.
You have your own mental issues to worry about, not mine, sweetheart. You can't educate me on mine until you get yours in order. With all due
But the
respect.
thing is that you can't tell.
With all due respect, another person who has their own mental conditions cannot tell me about mine, sweetie. You need to let a doctor do that, not you.